Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. Today is what's the day? Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, 9:02 a.m. And I ain't gonna be long for real, but I just want to speak on this. I came across a video on a podcast that I like to watch, Beehive ATL. Shout out to that podcast. And it had Turk and the Christian artist D1. And I titled this one, Hot Boy Turk is Stuck in Delusional. And this is not a diss to the homie. It's not a diss. This is trying to get through to another black man of, yo, dog, you gotta elevate. You gotta elevate your mental, you gotta elevate your spirit, and you gotta put down your ego. Because either you're gonna kill the ego or the ego is gonna kill you. So in this particular one, I want to talk about one particular section where they were talking about D1 was saying they don't need a hot boy reunion. And Turk's playing, and he acts like he's reaching into his bag to grab a strap. And number one, the biggest thing is Turk when he don't listen. He wants you to listen to him and always hear his point of view, but he don't listen. And that's clear because D1 couldn't get a word in edgewise. Every time he would start to try to expound on something, Turk would say, let me cut you and go on his rant, his ramble. And he's just not hearing the message. And then you get into this, this is very like a narcissistic tactic. Because everybody's not narcissists. Now, this is my opinion. Whose opinion? My opinion. Everybody's not narcissists. But I do believe, like a disease, they have symptoms of it. They have now whether they have full-blown narcissism or whether they just have certain traits. But he constantly deflects. And he did a lot of this in this specific section. To where he kept deflecting, and he even tried to make a false comparison of Denzel Washington playing his roles, and he ain't. That's different. We know Denzel Washington was not Malcolm X. And he didn't use that terminology, but I'm using that one. We know when he played in Training Day, he was playing a character. So this is what these artists, and Turk did allude to this to his credit, that sometimes we, as rappers, we play on a role. But this is where the delusion and this is where the schizoid kind of kicks in with these rappers, because they, in one specific set, they want you to believe that these hard dudes and they'll kill anybody. They'll do whatever. I off something. I do this because they want you to believe that they gangster. They want you to believe that they stand on business. They want you to believe that they'll crash out about things. But then they don't. They say, well, I'm just making music. When the heat comes on, they say, well, I'm just making music. Now they're artists, and, I'm just kind of trying to express myself in this. And this is why I say, a lot of these dudes, especially dudes in their 40s, especially black males in their 40s, they're stuck in the Peter Pan syndrome, right? And he was trying to tell him, yo, talk about who y'all are now. Why talk about what y'all did then? And I hear he said pernt. That ain't the pernt. But that I say, I'm from the South too, so I got a different swag. But he missed the point. He missed the point because then you get into they're picking on me, religious, they're judging me. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know. See, one thing that I don't like, if you're not spiritual, and let me say this, I don't know what's in a man's heart. I don't. Just like nobody knows what's in mine. I only know what you say and I only know what you express, right? But let's stop playing games when it comes to religion or spirituality. Really, when it comes to spirituality. But let's stop playing games. Let's stop acting like God, because I think we don't understand the God that was given to us, the God that the Euros gave y'all is just as schizoid as the people. That's why you can thank God for making an album about killing up your whole neighborhood, and you think that God gave you that. You can thank God. You know, it makes you think God blesses you for calling women bitches and hoes and pushing the very same message that's destroying, and then you say, I'm trying to change. But you never made an atone. You never made amends for that stuff that you was pushing. You never said sorry for what you pushed. And then they keep saying, this is what the people want. Charleston White is good at this. This is what the people want. The people want to see us on all. And one thing now, brother's business is brother's business. When you fall out with your brother, how you get. But honestly, Turk, big dog, I do kind of feel like you begging. And it's just my opinion, dog. I feel like you begging. I feel like you begging to be around brothers. And they made it clear that they don't mess with you. And you said you done made it right with all of them and you're going to make it. But do you want to be around, dog, people like that treated you like that? If you're a big dog and you can stand on your own, why do you need them? See, I think you know it was some truth that they don't need you. Because if Juvenile go do a concert, people gonna go see Juvenile. Definitely if Wayne go do a concert, people gonna go see that. But you kind of like Otis, Turk, nobody come to see you, and I'm not dissing, homie. I'm not dissing. What I'm saying is you gotta grow past that. Let it go, bro. That's who you were. But you gotta grow past that, big dog. So wait a minute, you say we don't know your heart, but you want to get up here and spit these diabolical lyrics. At what point do y'all retire that? At what point do y'all retire that mentality, Turk? Because if y'all to do a Hot Boys, I want you to think about your lyrics. And Be High asked the question, and hell, they talked so much they didn't give D1 chance to answer. But I want to speak as if I was. They said, okay, because y'all, I feel like y'all try. And one thing I can't say about D1, whether I agree with religion or not, that dude's stance irritates demons. When he told Meek Mills, Rick Ross, and who's the other one? Jim Jones. Jim Jones behaved the worst out of all of them. When he told them to do better, Jim Jones started threatening violence. Because you challenging these dudes to grow the fuck up out of that Peter Pan syndrome. Jim Jones started talking about somebody might slap you. What did Rick Ross say? I bought trikes and tykes and I bought all of this, I gave this. But what have you given the hood? You have helped to destroy it through your lyrics. And y'all got to stop trying to act like, well, God, God put this. Did God really tell you to put Molly all in her drink and she didn't know it, Ross? What God are y'all talking about? Because God is such a blanket. God can be whatever, and we automatically think God is good. And this God is giving you the sanction to say all this. God have given you millions of dollars. God have, you done sit up here and it's still about Turk, but y'all sit up here and y'all done all stuff behind closed doors. Not Turk. I'm not saying that about that, bro. But I'm talking about the ones that have, we not stupid, the ones that have made it to a certain tier. But then y'all want to come and y'all want to thank your Heavenly Father. That is insanity. So Be High asked the question is because he said, I know all of the lyrics. I know all the Hot Boy lyrics front and back. And Be High asked the question. Be High said, well, if you know all the lyrics and look at how you turned out. And Turk said, he didn't even pound you back. He didn't give you that back. Because that's what the narcissists do. They search for the aha got a moment because you're not listening. You're not listening. So to say, how did that brother turn out the way he did? He grew up. He rose above. He didn't stay stuck. That's how he did it. He didn't stay stuck. He knew he was bigger than that. He grew past them lyrics. I know a lot of those lyrics. There's Tupac is my favorite artist, and there are certain songs of his I don't even listen to. There's a certain thing that you start to have to kind of filter what you put in your spirit, filter what you let come through your ears, filter what you let come through your eyes. All of these are entry points. Filter what comes out your mouth, input and output. But black man to black man, because we around the same age, Turk, I want to see you shine, dog. And you got to grow up and understand, you know what I'm saying, that you can be corrected, bro. If you really love God, bro, change your messages. Make more positive music. Make music of the reflection of who you were. But y'all know that that ain't gonna bang. That's why they want to do that. Y'all know that them devils not gonna push that. That's why you yearning to do a Hot Boy album, because that's what people come to hear. That's why you won't let it go, because you know you need them. They don't need you. And it's not a diss. We got to hear straight up things as black men. This is why we can't help each other, because the first time you feel like a man slighting you, instead of talking to that man, you go to want to threaten with the physicals. You go to threaten with that. But we don't. Guess what? We ain't trained to threaten them white boys like that. You ain't trained to threaten them Jews like that. I guarantee you, y'all wouldn't call a Jew a Shylock on an album, or call a kike on an album. I guarantee. But you quick to say nigga. And the crazy part is, we search for a nigga to be good. We searching to be niggas. We yearn to be niggas. And then you got some conscious cat saying, stop saying black. Stop saying black. Because black is bad. Black is devoid of life. Black is this. So black is bad, but you searching to say bitch. Bitch is good. Y'all all scrambled up. But if this message make it to you, this just a black man, bro. I don't have no status. Millions of people don't know me. But when I see you, Turk, I see a black man, bro. And this ain't coming down on you, bro. You put your arms around black men and tell them, yo, dog, it's a higher level that we got to go to. God that brought you from that bit, dog. Listen to what that brother's saying. That's why D1 can't go nowhere. Do I agree with everything D1 say? Of course not. People ain't gonna agree with everything I say. You don't have to. But that brother intentions is in the right place. That brother intentions is in the right place. I'm gonna do like Umar. That brother intentions in the right place. Umar intentions ain't in the right place, so I ain't gonna connect that. But it's called time to grow up. Look at the state of these black males. Look at the state of Joel Santana. Not judging, just observing, using judgment. Because y'all love to say, when you point a finger, see, 1, 2, 3. 3 fingers is pointing back at you. That means I don't want to hear nothing. That means, why are you judging me? Why are you telling me? Judging is what they do to short men. Judging is what they do to women that got children. You judging her based off of her circumstances. You judging somebody by what they wear. Using judgment and saying, yo, I don't think it's, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of good. It's going to be cold at this event. I don't think you should wear that right there. Yo, judgment is, yo, hey, you know, that's a war zone down there. I don't think you should turn down that street. Not pulling up, antagonizing the people. Using judgment and not being judgmental. Judgmental is when you want to sit somewhere and not like people all day. That's judgmental. Your judgment have to elevate you, Turk. I have to use proper judgment to elevate. There are just certain levels I could not stay at no more. And that's no slight to nobody. That's no slight to nothing. That's no slight to them homies and the hot boys if you rise above that, Turk. Because if you believe in God, God will blow you past them, will he not? But we got to kind of look at the state. Okay, I said Joel Santana. Look at the state of Jim Jones. Look at how Jim Jones behaved. Look at how Rick Ross behaved. Look at how most of your, I'm not talking about when they flash, when they dress up and put on their jewelry. I'm talking about when they in character mode. Speaking of characters, look at how Charleston White behaved. They don't carry themselves with no type of nothing. Y'all are 40 years old, and if you're doing this, stop this monkey ass gay shit. Y'all still wearing y'all pants sagging. You want somebody to see your drawers. You too old for that. Little homies on the corner is doing that. What's the difference between you and the little homie? Money just don't make you. Money helps now. I'm not gonna say money don't help, but money just don't. Y'all think because y'all went and got some money that made you. I applaud the cat's hustle. I applaud the cat that get up and go out there and make that shit happen. I give you a dap on that. But that's not the whole entirety of manhood. Just like speaking a good message is not the whole entirety of manhood, because we whole beings, dog. We are whole beings. So all of those components have to be put together to make a complete man. And guess what? I'm still missing some components. But I learned to speak to my brother and always, instead of speaking at my brother. Now, some brothers you got that's when your discernment kick in. Some of them you got to speak at them. But sometimes you got to talk to them and hope that you can educate them and you can penetrate through that ego. You can pierce through that ego, because that ego is a motherfucker. That ego, who this nigga think he is, trying to tell me I'm a big dog. Who this nigga is? He a nobody. First thing you want to do is invalidate, nigga, what you done did. First thing when you try to tell a conscious person something about something, whether you try to tell them about you, Mark Johnson, whether you try to tell them about any person that's not right. Well, first thing they say, well, what are you doing for the community? They go their fingers and point back at you. And that's like a trained monkey. This is why we can't move the ball, because we're going to make excuses to stay in this position. I want to make an excuse to stay in it. I want to rationalize. I always say rationale is dangerous, because you got to convince yourself why this spot is still good. But we better than that, big dog. So, like I said, I'm not going to be long, but I just want y'all, I hope this thing make it. If it do, salute. If not, hey, peace.